Uh, uh, uh,
Charles, can you come here? Just lift the computer. So I don't want to lose anything. Okay, can the folks who are signing back? Oh, cool. We've got people are back. Okay. Previously in the stupid life of Barbara, I somehow managed to stop the live stream. Yep, this is the live one. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I have technology sucks. I lifted my tablet up and I lost the chat and I couldn't get the chat back and I have no idea how I did that. So previously, previously, I was saying um, that the Adele fits into that particular Poppy costume really, really well. It's very soft. It looks really good on her. So I'm very surprised by how good that looked. That was a big surprise. So there we go. So we had other people coming in, hopefully. Um, um, Vince is trying to find it. Um, well, thank you for finding it. How did you find it, Sam? Because Vince and Gina are having trouble finding it. See, if I hit refresh, I'll lose it. And yeah, I did. I told them to go to my YouTube channel. So hopefully they'll be able to rejoin us. So I'm just typing to them. Yes, we are back. Here we are. So I'm letting you look at Adele. I'm quickly redressing my doll. Well, before I do that, let's talk about the blouse. So this is the blouse. Obviously, it says IT. Very surprised. You usually don't see the pleating like this on the inside on the blouse. I'm very surprised by this. I'm wondering if that's to indicate that this is, if you notice, usually even when they do the princess seaming, you don't see the several pieces in the back like this. I'm in the process of having a heart attack, so that's all good. No, I'm not really having a heart attack. It was just like, where is my video? Here's the jacket. This I'm surprised. As soft as this material is, this feels very rough. The outside of the coat feels very rough. Even the lining is not as soft as it usually is. So that was a surprise. And the jeans are, usually their jeans are a little bit softer than this, but traditional bell bottoms, not lined, kind of lined, but not really. How do they, because it's not a factory, Sam, the way you're, I don't want to assume that what you picture in your brain when you think of a factory, but this is not a big building with hundreds of people lined up at a sewing machine. This is the factories that make dolls for like Tonner and Integrity are actually like people's homes, and the homes are designed in such a way that okay, Although I like Gina's answer better, and I'm tempted just to let her answer stand, the answer is they're inside. There's like 10 to 15 people in somebody's house, and they sort of line up all the sewing machines in the dining room. And they live and basically the first floor is the workspace. The second floor is where you have like a kitchen and an eating area and like a communal hangout room. And then the third floor is like bunk beds. This is what I have seen previously in videos. So it's much more it's more communal than factory. More commune than factory, if you will. So that's what that is about. So we have the first victim of trying to put what's supposed to fit on Poppy on a bigger body. I cannot close the blouse. But yeah, Sam, they live where they work. That's why tread carefully, Barbara. Be very careful with your language. This is why there was a problem when they had with the factories, because you had people. It wasn't like you go home and you can isolate at home. Work was home, and then everybody travels to where their families are for the various holidays. This is why everything when they shut down, literally everything shut down, because they were traveling to back to their families. So yeah, people will travel usually within the province that they were. Usually it's within the province. You live in one part of the province and you travel to another part, and that's where you live. But yeah, that's what happened. So this is why, even when there's not a pandemic, life shuts down in China for the new year, for the Lunar New Year, because everybody's going home, and home is a further distance away than from where they work. Well, that's how they get away, Gina and Sam. That's how, Sam, they get away with the labor and the labor, because in effect, yeah, basically you are in a prison while you're working. That's how they get away with it. So the workers live, yeah, it's basically you're living like you're in a dorm. Well, that's just it. Some people do that. Some people work tech. They put phone components together the same way. Instead of sewing machines, it's whatever you use, soldering irons and what have you, and they put it together. And they put together phone components, or they put together the components of a tablet. So that's that. So this is this is why people are really concerned, because it is not. There's no space for the worker. There's no space for them to decompress and go home. It's the same thing. So as I said, I'm dressing her. I'm dressing the other doll in the other ensemble. It's not gonna look as nice because the titty's getting in the way. I keep trying to close the titty, but it ain't happening. I think whoever came up with the concept of Hook and Eye needs to be assassinated. Hook and Eye is bad. Hook and Eye is evil. They need to be punished for what they have done to us. Also, the people who came up with the 1/6 scale strap and didn't figure out a way to make it easier for us to redo it, they also need to die. I've thought about that, Vince. I've thought about it in the sense of people going into a trade, and as a trade, they learn how to do it. So again, this is not the this is not the Poppy body. We know this, but here she is. This is oops. This is my me doll. And as you can see, it's a little hoochie in the blouse area. Sort of, what the hell was it? It's sort of like Elise's top. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the unionized labor would. But it's still, I mean, if you ever, I mean, she can wear it back to front. It looks great. By the way, isn't this the same pattern? Wasn't that the same pattern as we just had it, we just had a Monarch doll and he had like the same pattern jacket? Or am I insane? People do deserve a living wage, Gina, and there's got to be a way, I think, that we could bring the production back to the States. I would think. I would hope. So I would like to bring back, I would love to see, I mean, I would love to see Integrity reach out to the communities in Baltimore and teach them the craft, the trade of seamstressing, or to reach out to the design schools. But again, yeah, you're right. They do need also to be paid a living wage. So 10, I know. I know. And what we can do with the minimum wage is so much less than what could have been done with it in the past. Look, my grandparents worked minimum wage, both of them, for years, and they were still able. Eventually, they bought a house. First, they bought property in New Jersey, which they were going to build a house on, but then they gave up that. They sold the property, and then they bought a house in Queens. And they were able to do that, both of them working minimum wage jobs. So it took you. So you had a. So Gina, I'm looking at what you're saying. Like you had a job in 2000, you stopped working it, and it took you 20 years to get back there. So, I mean, I'm basically doing the same amount of labor as my full-time colleagues at the university. And the difference is because they're on tenure track, they get a salary, they're paid all year round. Because I'm considered adjunct, I only get paid during the time that I'm teaching. I get no health, I have health care. It's not the same as theirs. And I get paid significantly less. My colleagues usually teach 2 classes and then they get release time for their third, and they're making $80,000-$90,000 a year. I'm making under $30,000 a year. And I'm also, because I'm an adjunct, I'm teaching the labor intensive classes of 110 and 120, intro to comp, intro to lit, and they're teaching the less laborious other, the classes where they don't have to assign as many papers or do as much work online. Now, grant you, we're all still online because of the pandemic, but in a lot of ways, it was easier for us adjuncts because we were used to having to be this labor intensive. and the full-timers are just getting used to it now. So there you have it. I mean, I feel bad that she looks so hoochie. I feel bad because she looks. It's like I feel bad because Adele looks like fire, but she looks hoochie because I can't get the blouse to close. Let me see if I can fix it. It's also this jacket doesn't close. Oh yes, it does. Here we go. Maybe it'll look a little more classy if I close the jacket. So there you go. I haven't had a good pair of jeans. Yeah, it looks a little better with the jacket closed. I haven't had a good. You want free the nipple? Buy the Elise doll. Buy the vagina gown Elise. As one of my friends said, Georgia O'Keeffe would love this gown. So, ladies and gentlemen, the purse that goes with Adele, magnetic closure. You can put absolutely nothing in it. It's like sealed shut. You can put literally this metal bar. The magnet takes up all the space. So you can put nothing in it. The faux snakeskin purse. Were we doing snakeskin in the 70s? I wasn't there. But the faux, I can deal with it because I can make jokes about it. The Elise gown I can deal with because I can make jokes about it. But it's like, and the sad part is, it's not like this is a failure in construction. That's how the gown is. The gown. It's from a video. You clearly see what video. You know the video. By the way, also again, can't put anything in there. So I mean, yeah. So, by the way, Vince gave me all the pieces. I'm not taking the jewelry out because taking jewelry out makes me cry. But I do want to point out the sheer stupidity of this. And by this I mean, here's the gun. Here's the gun. What's she supposed to put it in? What is she supposed to put the gun in? The jeans do not have a pocket. It can't go in the purse. I mean, what is she supposed to do here? Let's see. Is that a gun in your pocket, or you just? Oh wait, here we go. Here we go. Nice and classy. Nice and classy. Is that a gun in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? There we go. Did you fit it in? I didn't think it fit. I didn't think it fit. Let me see. If you got the gun in there, you've got. Gina for the win. It's in her blouse. That's why it doesn't button. Here we go. Wait, I think I'm putting this in backwards. I could do that. The shoulder holsters that come from action figures are always a problem for me. But see, here we go. I did put it in, but it kind of breaks the line. It's like you can obviously tell there's something in that purse that's not supposed to be there. It's like, here, let me stealthily, here. Oh, look, is she armed? Well, what do you think? Well, it's the 70s. But really, again, I just want to go back to surprised by how rough the coat and the jeans feel, because they have made denim before that was much softer. very surprised in a pleasant way by how nice Adele's ensemble feels. So very, very impressed, very pleased with that. So, uh, so here's a question for everybody. I have several Elena Privé ensembles that I could show you, or I have a couple of Purse of the Month ensembles from La Boutique. What does everybody want to see? Does anybody have a they I felt I they do feel like jeans. They feel but I it feels mine feel a little rougher. Okay. So let's see. Okay. All right. So here's one I can put Vitois in. Okay. So I have one really quick I can put Vitois in because it's sort of her period. So hang on a second. So yeah, they are still doing Purse of the Month and they do the ensembles. Um, I got a few from them. I have known them for like forever. Like literally the first things they bought when they were literally starting out as Raven Shaman on eBay, I bought from them. And I've been buying from them ever since. This is like a 20-year friendship. It evolved into a friendship. I've visited them in Canada. They are, so I've known them they're sisters. If you guys didn't know that, Diana and Janet are sisters. Diana is I believe even though Janet, I think, is the older one. She doesn't look it, but I think she's the older one. Oh, fuck. If Janet hears that, I might get in trouble. Oh, shit. Okay, I didn't say that. Okay, so this is sort of, I wish, you're going to see why I'm saying this in a second. I really wish I held on to my Audrey Hepburn doll. But this is wool crepe. This is on Vitois. It's wool crepe. Very nice. It is lined. It's lined in white in the back. I just didn't bother doing all the hook and eyes. It's lined in white. It's fully lined all the way through down the sleeves. This is sort of like, and this is not backwards, by the way. This is just how the dress is made. I go back and forth, Sam. I held on to a bunch for a long time and then I started selling them off. So this is a working pocket. Ooh, working and very deep pocket. See how far my finger goes. Oh no, what are you doing to me? Very deep pockets. So let me see. Let me stand up. Very, very deep pockets. Much like all of us who collect. Very deep pockets. So this is like very nicely made. There you go. So very, very sturdy. There you go. Like I said, I got a bunch of these all at once. So the packaging is nice, but it's not. Oh, wow. It's like, oh, wow. So basically, Elena Privé is very good at building a wardrobe. Like if somebody just gets into I would tell them to like go to her website because it's very good at buying pieces that you can then use in other spaces. Most of my pieces now. Can I just share with you guys something? Look at Vince's comment. Look at Vince's comment. Okay? What did Vince say? Vince said, "I'm going to sell my undercover nude poppy." Is there anything wrong with that statement? No. What? That's her hand. That's her hand. That's her hand, people. Oh my. It's the stand. It was the stand. The stand. Shoot. Let me see if I can. It was the stand. It's the freaking stand. But why is it? So Vince wants to sell. So they don't have a problem with her looking like Sigourney Weaver at the end of Alien. You know what I'm talking about. But they have a problem with him saying the word nude in a chat. Oh, you just yeah, it's like oops. You know what? Let me switch stands. Hang on. This is going to be a little bit higher. Here we go. It's like, well, now. Oops. This is a gun in my pocket, and I am happy to see you. So I switched her stand over. So there she is. This is also a very pleated outfit. So there's like lots of pleats to it. We all have dirty minds and are easily amused, and we are just bad people. I mean, no, I didn't get a warning. It just told me I had to review the comment. It's like when Gina put up the sex toys, they didn't have a problem with her using the word erection. They had a problem with her using the word sex toys. So, do you guys want to see how I dress for work? Do you guys want to see my doll, basically how I dress for work? Well, you're going to. If Barbara was still going to work, can I try it on I don't have any flat. I don't. Oh, and now, welcome to Face the Issues. Is there such a thing as a flat-chested doll? Gina just messaged me. So I'm actually, you know what? I can see Uriah's trying to comment. So I've got the Facebook chat open. So I just told Roberto to come in. I just told Roberto to keep commenting here. See, sex toys. I have to hit show. Now I have to hit show so we can see that she said sex toys. Why can't he? Because for some reason he couldn't sign in. I couldn't sign into the W Club reveal chat. I couldn't sign into that, so I couldn't comment. So I just watched everybody else like, oh, this is so great. This is like the greatest doll ever. This looks great. That looks great. Yep. Why can't he? Why can't he not? Uh, I haven't. Are you talking about fashionista body? Are you talking about fashionista a fashionista Barbie? So I mean, Kool-Aid drinkers. I was like, can we just talk? Okay, I don't hate Carol. I dislike a lot of what she does. I do not hate Carol. I think the people who do her makeup hate her. And the reason I say that is because going all the way back to when she was on the Piers Morgan show on CNN, and this was the turn of the 21st century when Piers Morgan had a show on CNN. I watched it. She was on. She every night she kicked his ass. It was beautiful. I hate Piers Morgan, so I do hate him. So I was very pleased to see her kicking his ass verbally. So she would be on and she would kick his ass. And but but her makeup always looked like Shatit. I love her to death. In person, it doesn't look this bad. But when she makes herself up on camera, it is Shatit. Not that I know much about putting on makeup, I will quickly add. I do not. But I mean, her makeup, I'm sorry. It's like goth girl all the time. She needs to stop doing that. I don't know if it's a point she's trying to make, but it doesn't work. It just doesn't work for her. I'm sorry. And I feel terrible saying that. I mean, her politics suck, and one of these days she's going to say something on Fox Business and it's going to blow it up in her face. I guarantee you that. Sooner rather than later, because they're screaming for content, she will say something and it will be the end of her. I just hope it will also not be the end of IT, but you know. Yeah, I know he's on Breakfast TV. I see his lovely comments about Meghan Markle, and I'm like, you prick. The day some Brexiteer or Oath Keeper or QAnon goes after her, her blood is on your hands. Archie's blood is on your hands. That's the bottom line. He was right to get her out of the country, and he's right to keep her away from his family. I love your gay base, and you look great. Okay, so so this is how. So you're about to see how I usually dress when I'm at work. This is brought to you by I Have No Life. But this is basically what I wear when I'm at work. I have a color wheel which consists of black, blue, purple, and gray, red and green in the autumn, and pink maybe, lighter blue and pink in the spring. But that is basically my color wheel, and that is how I dress for work. And I keep to those colors so then I don't have to play matchy matchy. I cannot get the sleeve on. Why can I not get the sleeve on? Hang on. So he's changed his tune lately. He has. That's probably because he got a visit from the MI5. But so basically, folks, this is how I dress for work. This is what I wear. It's like a long skirt. This is this is Elena Privé. And I dance on the chairs. By the way, class, ladies and gentlemen, fully lined in crepe. The inside is blue and pink, fully lined in crepe all the way down the sleeve. The skirt, not lined, doesn't have to be. Not skirts, whoops, skirt's not lined. It is very nice. Oh my God. Going after his dog was like the height of cruelty. So, by the way, the other ensemble, oops. I'll show you one more outfit from the This Is What Barbara Wears to Work collection. This is still Elena Prue. So, so it's like, so this is the other way I also dress for work, which I will show you right now. This is actually more likely too, because I'm like, it's about being comfortable because I move around a lot when I teach. So, I really wish, though, that IT would go back to just using snaps. I understand why they use the hook and eye. I wish they would do snaps. Snaps make the world so much better. Oh my God, hashtag save snowball. I mean, first of all, what kind of a prick are you that you set up your daughters as the reason why you're a moron? And how badly must they hate you? They being the other parents, that they immediately leak out the chat that what you were planning to do. So let's put okay. So this is the other way I dress for work. Constantly. This is the other way I dress for work constantly. Turtleneck, trousers, done. Yes, I know he sold out his wife because he's a jerk. This is the jacket, by the way, that goes with her. I like this. I like that there's like a little bit of personality to the lining here. There's polka dots. That's kind of cool. It's a black jacket, but brown polka dots. So, ta-da! So, let's now redress. Let's redress. Let's redress Adele. So let's all study Gina's comment, and let's decide why Gina's comment had to be monitored. Why did I just have to? What word did I have to approve so Gina could talk? Ooh, what video was this that he got a shout out? Tell us about this, Sam. You now have the floor. Why did I love hearing that Vince got a shout out. Who was it? Yeah, YouTube. Any reference to Trump now gets banned on YouTube. Now that he's out of office and they've already stormed the Capitol, now it gets banned. Here we go. The former guy. That is how we should refer to him from now on. He is the former guy. So, as I'm putting on each piece, by the way, this is a recent La Boutique. This is the bodysuit, pink with a gold lace overlay. The bodysuit is not lined. Oh my God! Will you shut up, man? I had to approve. Was it because, I wonder if it was because of the exclamation point, but I had to approve, will you shut up, man? He hasn't announced he's running again because he wants to make sure he's cleared of all his charges. Next, we have the trousers. And these are lined. The trousers are lined partially. They are taupe. Perhaps taupe. They're like a taupe linen. Closes with snaps. Vintage cut style jacket in pink. Lined in both a lighter and a darker pink on the inside with a shawl collar. Blush. Well, we know his niece is correct. But here's my thing about the niece. Thank you for speaking up now, dumbass. Where were you when he was running for office? And it actually might have made a difference. Your time to speak up was when he was running for office the first time, not when he's already there. So Vince is a designer extraordinaire. As soon as I did not collect Gene, but I know his ensemble. So that is now Adele redressed. These were the accessories that came with it. Actually, there's like 2 here, so I will redress her. I will also redress Vertois. You know what though? Here's the thing. Simple is what stays. The complicated looks, the complicated pieces that really are indicative of a decade or even a half a decade, those pieces, it's like, oh, I could definitely tell this is Cardin, this is Pierre Cardin in the 1970s, or this is Cardin in the. So there's that, the simplicity of the classic look. Exactly. Yeah. When we take the hard turn back to a conservative look, that that's not going to work. The vajayjay dress is not going to work anymore. So. So let's see, what else do I have in here? Oh, yeah, I'm not bothering with the hat. I will, however, do the necklace. So this is the other. This is the other ensemble that came from that month. Oops. You'll need to see her face. You just need to see tweed skirt. I'll lift up the camera. I like across the shoulders, you have that lovely pleat. Do you guys see the detailing? Do you guys see the detailing on the side? See, I'm always afraid. See, this is all reversed for me, so it's very hard for me to see what I'm doing. Oops. Do you guys see on the side this very nice, oops. Do you guys see on the side the very nice detailing here? I thought that's a nice job. J-O-B. And then you also have this lovely I'm sorry, okay. Can you see it now? So this is Moschino, by the way. And we finally know it's Moschino because there's the Moschino purse and scarf. And what looks to be a blazer, but is actually the M of Moschino. So, ta-da. She also comes with a hat. Who, what? So let me move the girls a little bit forward. And I will put, hopefully, Vitois behind them. There we go. I'm opening up another box. So, by a show of hands, class, how many of us spend more money on the doll clothes than we do on our own clothes? Raise your hand in the air if you are guilty. There we go. Okay. So I think now we'll just pay a little bit of attention to the men. I have a small male ensemble that came in a really huge box because it was coming from overseas. Brad Clayton. Brad Clayton Paris. So that's why I had a male doll down here, because I know these are for the men. Yeah. We haven't had a good run of the male dolls in a while. Not from Poppy, not from, we barely got to know Laird Drake and he disappeared. So I bought a while back a 1/6 scale. Oops. I bought a while back. Who fell? Oh, she fell. Okay. I bought a while back a 1/6 scale bathroom, like it was made for action figures, and it's very Clayton male pajamas. Sin number 1. It's very soft. This is clearly either silk or satin. Sin number 1, though, we're back to Hook and Eye. Here are the sleeping trunks that have this is all elastic, but it does have the faux fly for their faux penis. Who is Brad Payton? That is Brad Payton he is on Instagram. Very rarely is he on Instagram, but he is a relatively new. He's on Instagram and he's on Etsy. Brad Clayton, not Payton. Brad Clayton. He is on Instagram and he is on Etsy. So this is his introduction, ladies and gentlemen. We are introducing him to the greater doll community. He does limited runs. He so far has only done like pajamas and bathrobes for men. So it's a limited run, and he does limited runs. So he'll show the sample, and he'll do like 10 in a run, and then he'll disappear for a while. So That is who this man is. So let's take a look. So this is your standard 1/6 scale male body. This is, by the way, the dragon. I'm going to say this is the Dragon in Dreams body. Well, it is the Dragon in Dreams body. This is the Dragon in Dreams. I believe it's called medium build. So this is how it fits on him. Lift it up so you can see his tush. Yes, you can see the royal ass. I have no idea what Brad Clayton is actually from. I'll look at the address on the box in a second. But yeah, this is the ensemble. The pocket works. The sleeves are cuffed. So are the legs. He doesn't look bad. Sit him in between the ladies. According to the return address, he is actually from Spain, Valencia. The name is English. He's Brad Clayton Paris, but he is actually from the Tavernes Blancas province of Valencia in Spain. So he is Spanish, which is very interesting because we don't usually get too many Spaniards. So that's, I don't know. Well, I'm taking a pass on that one, Gina. We'll let the resident expert answer that question. Oops. So let me ask you now, Sam, where are people going to go to retire? And this is not the start of a joke. I'm serious. Where are people going to go to retire now? If they can't, if Spain is less attractive financially. Well, you can. You can, Sam. You guys are gonna leave you guys are gonna leave Britain anyway, so you can go back to Spain. So this is the bathrobe. I would say this is white terry cloth trimmed in very dark navy blue. Not really lined on the inside. And it's sort of like kimono style. It's not a full bath. It's not a full bathrobe. It's a kimono style robe. Again, oops. See, that works. Gina just told us she's going to the bathroom. That she can say. That she can say. What about the Isle of Wight? Isn't the Isle of Wight the island that has sort of like this? It's very unique in the ecosystem because it for whatever reason it's on its own weather pattern and it's much warmer there. Well, that's why she's going. That's why she's going to Palm Springs. She's basically she's going to Palm Springs so she can find Laird. So We all support Scotland. Scotland forever. Poor Vero. Yep. Vero's just tired. She's done a lot of costume changes in the last couple of days. She hosted the after party for the W Club. She did a rapid costume change. She's worn like 4 ensembles, and she knows she's going to close out the night in Burberry. So, and now, ladies and gentlemen, the vocal stylings of Barbara Emanuele. My heart's in the Highlands. My heart isn't here. My heart's in the Highlands, a chasing the deer, a chasing the wild deer that wander where they go. Oh, my heart's in the Highlands. Okay, I'll stop now. Why is the sky? Oh my God, I don't know. That's not right. I don't think any flag right now. I don't think any flag right now is allowed to be. If I had a Burberry trench, I would be living in the Burberry trench. So, but my doll does. My doll is about to have a Burberry trench. If I had a Burberry trench, I'd be living in it. But just to show you guys before we go and conclude the evening, obviously these towels that I will be using in the bathroom. This I think could work in like a kitchen scene very easily. Oh my God, that's not right. That's not right. Why can you? Why do they give you the Union Jack, but they don't give you Scotland? That's not right. That's not right. They should give you Scotland. That's not right. That's not right. They should give you Scotland. That's not right. That's not right at all. That is completely inappropriate. What is the saltier? Could you explain to me what the saltier is? Sa Satire? Like, let me ask you, Sam. Does it rhyme? Does it rhyme with the word satire? With obviously my heavy New York accent. Does it rhyme with the word satire? Okay. So saltire. Okay. So the Union Jack is the Cross of St. George, the saltire. Saltier. I'm sorry, the saltier. And then what's Wales? Then which part? Then what represents Wales? Saltier. Saltire. Okay, Saltire. Well, the question stands. So there which part of the Union Jack represents Wales? Oops. Okay. And so, ladies and gentlemen, to conclude this evening, I give you my Burberries. Whoops. Whoops. We're going to take Prince William out of here. Take Prince William out of everywhere. So this is my Burberry. Note the jacket. Note the purse. Just going to put her down for a second because I'm losing the headset. But there she is. Still losing the headset. Hang on. Bye bye, Billy. Yes. Sussex forever. So there she is. There's her skirt. There we go. That second Burberry Barbie was really nice. She also comes with this really nice. There you go. We're a little fancy. We're a little fancy here. I also got from them. This is La Boutique. Now that they've started doing stuff on Etsy, I got from them the Harrods. Isn't that coat nice? Here's one Harrods. Big, and these are very firm. These are very firm bags, by the way. I don't know if you can hear me tapping on it, but these are very firm. And the bears are very, very soft. So I have no idea where they. It would not surprise me if Janet and Diana made the bears, but there you go. So. And this is, of course, and they've done many variations on this Burberry many times over. So I have one more thing to show everybody. And this is from Tiny Apparel on Etsy. They are also on Etsy, and for some reason, she very nicely did this for me. I don't know why she did that. I mean, it was class that she did it. And my buffer, okay. Vince, are you back? So basically, these were. She did this for me. I saw she did. She did these for me on spec. In other words, I asked her to do this. So this is Tiny Apparel. She is on Etsy. And she did 3 of these for me. Ooh. Again, just to show you. These are both Tiny Apparel. These are both Tiny Apparel. I'm just very slowly opening the boxes. When I used to do something called commute, this is what my work satchel looks like. When I used to do something called commute and go to work, this is what my work satchel looked like. It's lined in royal blue. There's probably a specific name for the 3 dots and the triangle pattern. We'll just call it not an MCU code. It's not a hexagon. It's not anything else like that. But yeah, this is basically my real bag is not down here. I actually had to like finally put it away because it was like looking at it every day made me cry. Because I miss going to work. I miss my friends at work. I don't miss my doll friends I talk to all the time. I miss my work friends. I miss them a whole lot. I've not. Okay, I'll be honest with you, Gina. I saw all of what I call the Robert Downey cycle. I saw all of the Robert Downey cycle. I have seen none of the Hugh Jackman cycle. I have not seen any of the X-Men movies. Um so I've had people explain to me what happens in the X-Men movie, but I've never seen them. Now, what? Yeah. What they didn't let Fox I had to approve you saying Fox. X-Men. No idea why. No idea what the problem with that is. MCU is fine. You couldn't say Fox. MCU is fine. You just couldn't say Fox. So MC Mew. Why is he deeply unattractive to you? You see, that works. You can say wolf, you can say bear. You just can't say X-Men. X-Men is a problem. I mean, I knew Quicksilver because obviously I saw Age of Ultron. So I have no idea what this is about. So all I can say is I've heard people say that the song that ended this week's episode is going to stick in their heads. Good night. I'm sorry. Good night, Vince. Just to show you guys, well, I'm just about to the end here. This is the other brown. This is strange. Oh, look. I forgot I did this. Burberry lining. By Vince. And center divider. So the inside of the bag is divided. It has the shoulder and the briefcase handle, so he didn't, yeah, I mean, I didn't get Evan Peters, I did not get the same vibe from him that I got from watching Aaron Johnson. I felt a much stronger connection to Aaron Johnson's character than I did to it. Just like, I mean, obviously, and maybe that was done on purpose. Maybe we were supposed to be looking at them and saying, wow, this isn't right, because it wasn't right, because it wasn't him. I think it's going to turn out that he's like one of, can I do spoilers? Sam, have you seen, A, do you watch it? B, have you seen um the recent Okay, so basically I think it's going to turn out that what is supposed to be Pietro was actually I think he's like one of Agnes's henchmen. So I think that's that. I think he's meant to be one of the henchmen. So I have no idea though if he's, I mean, I'm still thinking Harwood might be, I'm still thinking Harwood might be Mephisto, but I'm not sure. I'm thinking Harwood is Mephisto. I thought last week that he was Ultron, but now I'm thinking he's Mephisto. You guys should see what my dining room table looks like right now. It looks like 5-year-old, like crazy Christmas. Can I, like, it's like, how do I rescue this? All of this stuff. It's actually not as bad as all that. I have not been to the MCUF Facebook pages. I don't do Facebook pages for TV shows, so I have no idea what they're saying there. God, my table is such a mess. It's all a mess. She was creepy AF, but I think that was what she was supposed to be. By the way, this was like a freebie from Brad. Is this supposed to be like a nightgown? I'm not putting any of the ladies in it, but I think this is supposed to be like a nightgown. So ladies, I have shared with you all the wonders. I have shared with you all the wonders that I have for tonight, and there were so many. So, um, ha- if I thought the movie was coming, I would agree with you. If I thought the movie was coming, I would agree with you. But because I think the next movie is going to be, I think the next movie is actually, what's his name? Doctor. I think the next movie is Doctor Strange. I think he's the one who's going to. There's a Captain Marvel 2 is coming, but so is the Doctor Strange movie. And I think the Doctor Strange movie is coming first. So I think we're going to see that. I think it's going to be Doctor Strange who has to save her. It's not. Who's coming first? Oops, who's coming first? Doctor Strange is coming first. I thought so. So it's probably either going to be, or my brother has a theory, and I'm inclined to agree with his theory. It's going to be the Fantastic Four. Oh, I forgot about that. The Eternals. I forgot about that. The Eternals movie. So maybe it's somebody from the Eternals. So maybe somebody from the Eternals will have to save the day, and that's how they'll bring it into the movie. I know nothing about the Eternals. At least going into the MCU, I had heard all of these names before. I had heard of the Black Widow and Hawkeye and Iron Man and Captain America, duh. And I had heard of the Fantastic Four, but I've never heard of the Internals. Am I buffering now too for you? Yeah. So whoever, which I'm get. See, I still think though. Well, she's kind of Gina. She's kind of showing up. She is kind of showing up though, Gina. She's showing up because she's in. She's showing up though because she's in all of Monica's flashbacks. So I think it's going to wind up being Doctor Strange, who, if he doesn't save her, he's going to be involved. Yeah. So supposedly, Elizabeth Olsen says there's a cameo coming that's going to blow everybody's mind. So it's either going to be Captain Marvel physically showing up instead of it being in the memory, or it's going to be Doctor Strange. So I have a feeling it will be Doctor Strange and it will be in the last episode. But here's the thing. I didn't think we were going to see Luke Skywalker in The Mandalorian until the last episode ever of the series, and they brought him in. They brought him in right away. So what do I know? So, ladies, it has been. I don't mean to cut this short, but it's been a night, and I know that it is now going on 5 o'clock in the morning for some of our people overseas. So I would like to thank ladies for being here and for coming back. Thank you. Oh my, Gina, you have no idea. I was waiting. I was literally waiting in the 1950s episode for Tony Stark to be his boss, or Tony Stark and Pepper to like be one of the neighbors, and they play canasta. So I tried doing Trixie's doll chat a couple of times, and it never worked out for me because I could never stay connected. I would love to do Dixie's child doll chat, but it never stays connected for me. So I may have to try that again soon. But we're going to see Tony Stark in the Black Widow movie as either a flashback or a reincarnated version of him. We already know that Tony Stark is in the Black Widow movie, so we'll see him again. Whether or not he's zombie Tony or whatever. Somebody has got to save us from the vagina cat. Yeah. By the way, speaking of Howard and Marie Stark, who do you think the couple is that's in all the commercials? Who do you think the couple is in all the commercials? Yeah, the going theory I've heard is they are her parents. They are her and Pietro's parents. That this is how that they are her and Pietro's parents, and they are that this is that and that would make sense that they are her conscience, and her parents are basically her conscience trying to tell her to snap out of it. We've never seen them anywhere else, so I'm willing to gather they are her parents. By the way, I would not make jokes, Gina, about cows and Mars. We are just one spaceship away from cows and Mars. They could just put the cows on the next Mars rover, and we'll have cows on Mars. It'll be a very moving experience. They will be a bacon to the entire. I'm sorry. I'll stop. I was going to say they will be a beacon. They'll be a bacon to the entire universe. I'll stop now. When did she live in Scotland? What was she filming when she lived in Scotland? Moo. One small step for man, one giant leap for Chateaubriand. Oh, that took 3 months to film? Those scenes took 3 months to film? Wow. That's insane. That's nuts. That's nuts those scenes took 3 months. Well, that's what they've started doing lately, Sam. That that they've started having people stay in houses instead of hotels. With Airbnb, it's actually become cheaper. Okay, ladies, I think we have. I don't want to keep anybody too much longer. So I would like to say thank you very much for celebrating my birthday stream with me. And I would like to thank you for indulging me while I did like this massive deboxing. I really appreciate that you guys were here. Gina, Sam, I wish you both a good night. And to anybody else who's watching this at a later date, I have no idea what my next review will be, but I guarantee you it will be awesome. Good night, everybody. Good night.